Hi everyone, welcome back or welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Amy and I have not long finished my second contract with Disney Cruise Line. I have made a couple of videos just talking about ship life and what it's like, recapping my first and second contract with Disney Cruise Line, so I will leave them linked down below for you. But today I am very excited to talk about my upcoming third contract. For the dates for my contract, I fly out on the 14th of March for an embark date on the 15th of March, and then I fly home and debark the Magic on the 30th of July, which means I'll return home on the 31st of July, if that is right. And July has 31 days, which I can't remember. So either be the 31st of July or the 1st of August, because my brain isn't 100% sure on exactly what dates. Starting off with what ship I'll be going on, I'm returning to a ship that I have previously been on before, and I'm going back to Disney Magic. The Disney Magic was the ship that I done my second contract on, and honestly words cannot describe how happy I am to be going back to that ship. Something that honestly I'm really looking forward to this contract is the itinerary that we have. I had an amazing first itinerary, an incredible second itinerary for my second contract, and this third contract on the Magic we get to experience a whole ton of a lot. When I return to the ship, I am returning to Galveston, so I flew home from Galveston back in February, and I'll be flying out to Galveston again, and then I believe we have 3 or 4 cruises in Galveston before we do a crossing that takes us about 2 weeks to complete. So when I return, we are porting out of Galveston, as I said, and we're going to locations such as Progreso and Cozumel. Cozumel is a kind of port that we do kind of here and there, so it's not every single time, but majority of the time we'll be going to Progreso, with a couple of additional Cozumels kind of thrown in there too. And then after, I think it's 3 or 4 cruises, we do a crossing from Galveston to San Diego. So we have to basically go from one side of the US to the other side of the US, and to do that we have to sail through the Panama Canal. And during that cruise we also get to make a couple of stops in places as well. One stop I'm particularly excited about because we get to experience Cartagena in Colombia, and I have been desperate to go to Colombia for the longest time. Pretty much even more since I met my friend on my first contract who was from Colombia. So I am so excited, even if it is just only one stop, I am so excited to get a bit of a feel for what Colombia is like. And then we also make a couple of stops in Mexico as well. We go to Puerto Vallarta, Cabo San Lucas, and I believe there's also one more stop on the way, but then we have 5 days where we have no ports, and then we end up in San Diego. Now San Diego has a little bit of a special place in my heart, as it is the port that I embarked on almost a year ago now, and by the time that we get to San Diego it will be very close to a year since I embarked on the ship. So we do about 2 or 3 cruises in San Diego, and we visit places like Ensenada and Catalina Island. These are 2 ports that I have been to before. I experienced 2 cruises back when I embarked in San Diego, so I'm really excited to go back. Catalina Island was lovely, and we didn't get the nicest of weather, so I'm hoping it'll be a little bit sunnier this time round. And Ensenada was a port that I really enjoyed as well. I got off with a couple of my friends on my first contract, and it was a lovely port. After our couple of cruises in San Diego, we do a one-way cruise from San Diego all the way up to Vancouver, which is just, I think, a 3-day or 4-day cruise, and it is a one-way, and we don't make any stops, so it's just all sea days, not wait to go back to Vancouver. And I think I've been saying that about all these places that we're going to, but I'm so excited to go back to Vancouver. Vancouver is up there with one of my favourite kind of home ports that we had. We had it for majority of my very first contract, and so many people on Magic have not experienced Alaska season before, and they haven't been to Vancouver, and they haven't really experienced a home port quite like Vancouver, because as soon as you get off the ship you're in the city, you're in the town, you have everything right at the palm of your hands. Whereas for most places that we dock, even if it's a home port or just a place that we're visiting for the day, you usually have to travel to get somewhere that you need. So to have restaurants, Starbucks, shops, a mall, like everything right at the palm of your hands when you get off, is a whole entire different story, and I cannot wait to go back there. Now the Disney Magic does go into a dry dock, so after going to Vancouver we make a sail up to Victoria in Canada, and we stay there for 2 weeks to experience dry dock. Now this happens at the very start of May. Actually the day that we start our dry dock is the day that I first embarked to Disney Wonder, so it would be a full year since I stepped foot on a ship, which is quite emotional when I think about it. It's a weird feeling. But the Disney Magic goes into dry dock for 2 weeks, and I'm really looking forward to experiencing what a dry dock is like. I've heard from a couple of my friends that have experienced a dry dock that it's a lot of fun, but you are also still obviously working. We usually always have guests on the ship, so to experience 2 weeks without guests I think is going to be very, very weird. But I'm looking forward to having a little bit of extra crew time and just spending time with some friends that have very much become family. Now after our 2-week dry dock we go back down to Vancouver in Canada, and then we do our seedlings from Alaska. Alaska season was my favourite part of my first contract. Our itinerary is a little bit different compared to what it was for my first contract on the Wonder. The Wonder is also going back to Alaska, so this is the first time that the Disney Magic has gone. It's also the first time that Disney's had 2 ships doing Alaska season, so it means double the amount of people are able to do Alaska. So as for the Disney Magic, we'll be doing a very similar itinerary, but it's just one little change from what I was used to before. The Disney Magic is sailing on Thursday, so your embark day is a Thursday. We have one sea day, and then we have our glacier day, so we get to see the second ice cap, which is gorgeous. And then after that we have a stop in Skagway. We then have a stop the following day in Icy Strait, and then the day after that we stop in Ketchikan. Now if I'm correct, we are in a different port, I think a slightly different location in Ketchikan than what the Wonder was for my first contract. So we do spend majority of my contract, I think I spent about 2.5 months of my contract in Alaska doing Alaska season, which honestly I would happily do a full 4-month contract of Alaska again, because it was amazing, and I really want to make most of this contract and really put myself fully in it, because I will admit I didn't do it the first time, and I think I was just so in my head of being in my first contract that I didn't make the most of the port adventures. There are so many opportunities for port adventures in Alaska and in the different ports that you are, and I'm actually really excited that we're getting to do Icy Strait, because there's some really good port adventures in Icy Strait Point that I would like to do that I never got to do the first time round. As for my goals this contract, that is one of my goals, is just to experience a lot more, just to really put myself out there for port adventures and just really take the time to appreciate my surroundings once again, because it's fun that I'm getting to go to Alaska. I honestly never thought I would experience Alaska once, let alone twice, so I'm really looking forward to getting out there and experiencing the whole of Alaska. As for the other goals that I have, is honestly the same ones that I have for every contract, and it's just make friends, put myself out there, be confident, and just really appreciate every single moment that we have on these ships. I am so excited to get back to a ship that I know this is my first time returning to a ship, people and friends that I know, and I cannot wait to hug every single one of them. I'm probably going to knock them over when I see them. I'm that excited to see them all again, but it's a really nice feeling to go back to somewhere that you've been before. As I did get transferred from the Wonder to the Magic from my first to my second contract, so I'm excited to get to experience going back to something that is familiar. It's a really nice feeling to have. Now, jumping in quickly to what that means for the channel while I'm being away, is I have not done a very good job the past 2 contracts with posting on YouTube. It was something that I didn't really focus too much on for my first contract, but then it's something that I wanted to do for my second and I just didn't. For my third contract, I am making it a very big priority, and it's one of my goals now. I'm adding it to my goal list, is to post more frequently on here. I have looked at my calendar, I have worked out days that would be good for posting a video, and I have some ideas already of kind of what videos that I could make. I also just want to have these memories for myself. I want to be able to have these videos out here and be able to look back on in however many years time and see the experiences that I had. So yeah, I do plan to upload videos. We will see how it goes, but I really want to kind of stick to it. I want to take all my camera stuff with me, my laptop's coming with me, so I can edit and upload everything hopefully. The way that I plan on doing it is just to upload videos anytime that we have an embark day. So my hope is to have an upload at least once a week. When we go to Alaska season, we have an embark once per week. During that other time, I plan to kind of upload here and when I can. The way that our itineraries work and the way that the kind of ship works, it could be for my first 2 months on board. It could be a case of I'm posting twice within a week and a half, and then I go quiet for a week and a half. As we do have kind of 5-day cruises, we have a 7-day cruise, we then go to a 4-day cruise, 5-day cruise, and then we do our 2-week sailing. And then we're back to kind of 3-4 day cruises for a while. And then dry dock, I don't really know what the situation will be like during dry dock. I don't know if we'll have access to Wi-Fi during that time. I'm not 100% sure, so it could be a case of a break for 2 weeks and then we go back to Alaska, which is our week-long cruises, which means I should be able to upload a video every week. So I'm putting it in this video because I want to hold myself accountable, and I really want to upload over the course of the couple of months that I will be away. I honestly cannot wait to go back. I'm really looking forward to getting back on the ship and seeing my friends and just really experiencing the whole Disney bubble again, because it's when you're on there, you're in this little complete and utter Disney bubble, and it's a really fun experience, and I'm so looking forward to experiencing it all over again, even though it is very different every single time you do it. But yeah, I cannot wait. I am slowly but surely getting ready to go back to the ship, and if you're interested in seeing what I get up to over the course of the next 2 weeks while I'm at home, please feel free to click the subscribe button and turn on your post notifications so you don't miss a video. So definitely feel free to stick around for the adventures, and I'm so thankful if you have watched this video up until this point. Thank you so much for watching, and I truly hope to see you all in the next one. Bye!